Okay, we'll have a go at this alternator. As you can see, there's no way to get that to match up. The mounting bracket's completely the wrong one. I don't have an alternator that'll fit there. That's the higher 150 amp rating. So the only way I'm going to be able to get that in is to use some kind of brackets. And here we have some kind of brackets which has been made from some of this bar, which I think they use for hanging things with. It seems that would be about the ideal distance for it. So I'll try bolting them onto the alternator and seeing where we go. Well, the belt trying to eject itself and exiting stage left was caused by that piece there in the centre of the screen. That's a threaded stud, and when I tightened the nut I must have sheared the stud, but it was still holding on. So when I went to double check everything due to this ejecting belt, I thought I'll take everything off, start again. So I went to undo that nut and then the whole thing just came off. Now the problem is now there's no thread to get a nut on. Now out of view, if I can get it, is somewhere up here. There we are. We have that nut holding it on at that side, bolt should I say. That bolts the adjuster into position once you've adjusted it with the automatic tensioning of that there spring. So what I've done is I've crafted this square metal piece to keep that pushed up against the block. Half of this is a bit thicker than the other half, and that's the thicker half. I've stepped it so that I know I'm getting good pressure applied on there, and that is 100% solid to the block. Once that goes all the way up, as you tighten the bolt, it then pulls back down on this, and that's holding both pieces and it's equalising out the force on it. And after running the engine again, it's now true, kind of sat just as you'd expect, all the way on and millimetre or so in, and that's job done. But what we don't yet have still is an aux belt for the alternator and power steering. We have the new tensioner, needs a bolt. I measured it and it came out at 1163, and checking eBay, 1163 millimeters of belt length is kind of Fiat Ducato, Creo, Peugeot 307, very common belt. So you think the corner shop would have one? No, they don't. God knows how many vehicles that size of belt fits. It must be a few, and they don't have one. They can have one in a day and it'll cost me £20, whereas I can go on eBay and get one for £8.75. Well, there we are with my makeshift bracket system, running nice and true